Darth Revan was a human male born approximately 4000 BBY on the unknown planet in the Outer Rim territory. As a child, he showed a great affinity for the Force and was taken by a Jedi to the planet of Coruscant to begin his training. Although a child later to be known as Revan, he had many teachers. Kreia was his first and most influential master of them all. Under her tutelage, Revan became one of the most promising Padawans of the Jedi Order. His insatiable desire for knowledge led many masters to believe that Revan would become one of the greatest Jedi of all time. During his Padawan training, he befriended another student named Alec, who would become one of his greatest supporters and allies in the years to come. As the Mandalorian threat arose, Revan and Alec were the first among the Jedi to recognize the threat they posed for the Republic. They quickly amazed a lot of supporters while trying to convince the Jedi Council to join the Republican military efforts. Fearing the lure of the dark side and sensing something beyond the Mandalorian threat, the Council refused to take any part in the upcoming conflict. Defying the Council's wishes, Revan, alongside a few like-minded Jedi, decided to scout the enemy lines, hoping to assess the threat. While exploring the planet of Cathar, the young Jedi stumbled on a Mandalorian helmet, prompting a Force vision. Hundreds of Cathar were rushing towards the nearby beach, being pursued by a number of Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders, led by their captain, Casus Fett. Although the Mandalorians were literally bred for war, this action was not approved by all. One female Mandalorian stood her ground in front of the Cathar, arguing with Fett that further bloodshed isn't necessary as they were already defeated. With unwavering determination to exterminate his foes, Fett ordered his troops to fire, thus killing the female Mandalorian alongside the Cathar. It was her mask that Revan had discovered, and the one that will steer the hearts of the Mandalorians in the future, as Revan placed it on his head, vowing not to remove it until the threat of the Mandalorians is finally dealt with. The Jedi involvement in the war proved to be a turning point for the Republic. With his charismatic personality and brilliant military tactics, Revan was able to rise to the position of the supreme commander in the Republic military. Victory after victory, the cult of Revan rose, prompting many soldiers and Jedi alike to be more loyal to Revan than to the Republic they initially fought for. Under his command, the Republic won battles at Duros, Taris, and Althir. During the Battle of Taris, the Jedi strike team, led by Revan, ventured in the Undercity, which was famous for its illegal slave markets. Among the enslaved aliens was a Force-sensitive Cathar named Juhani. Seeing the bravery and the ordeal that the Jedi went through to save alien slaves, inspired young Cathar to join the Jedi Order and begin her Jedi training. Apart from Malak, Revan had another brilliant general under his command, named Mitra Surik. This female Jedi Knight led the attack on key points on the planet of Onderon and its jungle moon, Daxan. In one of the bloodiest battles of the war, Surik came on top, driving the remaining Mandalorians out of the planet's system. While the war waged on, it took its heavy toll on the Jedi and soldiers alike. In the years to come, both Revan and Malak started to resent the Jedi teachings. Weakness and indecisiveness were luxuries they couldn't afford. The more they strived to defeat the Mandalorians, the more they adopted their own philosophy. Victory was only acceptable option, even if it comes at a terrible price. As the Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders were pushed back, Revan orchestrated one final confrontation above the planet of Malachor V. Knowing that the planet was restricted to the Mandalorians, who considered it a taboo, the Supreme Commander devised a cunning trap. He ordered the Zabrak technician Beodur to construct the mass shadow generator, a device so terrible it could destroy an entire planet. During the final battle, Revan, along with the bulk of the Republic Navy, attacked Mandalorian flagship, while Mitra Surik was entrusted with the task of overseeing the activation of the device. Upon boarding the flagship, Revan quickly moved towards the bridge, hoping to confront Mandalore the Ultimate. In a vicious duel, it was the Jedi leader that came victorious. In the last moments of his life, Mandalore confessed that the invasion of the Republic territory wasn't his or his brother's choice, but was a scheme devised by the true Sith. He gave Revan the coordinates for the planet Rekiad, where the young Jedi will find all the proof he needed. Meanwhile, the rest of the Mandalorian fleet came into position, and, with a simple nod, Mitra Surik ordered Beodur to activate the mass shadow generator. The weapon created a massive gravity vortex, resulting in many of the ships being pulled from Malakor's orbit. In horror, Surik watched as the majority of the Mandalorian ships and a large number of Republic vessels started to crash on a planet's surface. Once a lush and fertile world, Malachor was now a barren wasteland. Among the graveyard of the ships, only one thing was standing, the Trias Academy, which was previously visited by Revan and Malak. Realizing their defeat, most of the Mandalorians unconditionally surrendered. They were stripped of all their weapons, Basilisk war droids, and most importantly, Mandalore's helmet, which prevented them from choosing another leader. Deprived of their honor, their code, once mighty Mandalorian clans were reduced to nothing more than a small thug groups, who served those with enough amount of credits. As the Mandalorians were brought to their knees, Revan and Malak decided to investigate the planet of Rekiad, hoping to find any trace of the Sith. They found an ancient Sith tomb, and in it the coordinates for another planet, Nathema. The tomb proved to be an ideal place for hiding the Mandalore's helmet. To the surprise of young Jedi, Nathema was a planet devoid of all life and the Force itself. Searching the ancient scrolls and holocrons, the Jedi duo learned about the ritual of Nathema and how one Sith Lord devoured the Force energy of all living beings on the planet. This Sith Lord name was Vitiate. Determined to eradicate the Sith threat, Revan and Malak followed his trail to the planet of Drumund Kaas, which was the heart of the new Sith Empire. The duo spent a lot of time trying to blend in, while gathering information about the Emperor. Months passed, and finally they were ready for action. With the help of one of the Emperor's personal guards, they rushed toward the throne room, hoping to catch the Emperor off guard. Little did they know that this was a trap orchestrated by the Emperor himself. As the young Jedi attacked the Sith ruler, he unleashed a spell, enslaving them to his will. He dubbed the Jedi Darth Revan and Darth Malak and ordered them to find an ancient space station called Starforge. Once the space station is found, their true mission will begin, conquering the Republic and bringing the Sith rule to the galaxy.